What conditions have to be met for another Hitler to emerge in Europe? Or any other country? The unemployment has to be high. Inflation has to be high. The government has to act against the interests of the population. Basically, actively, criminally, and the justice system has to work against the German people and for somebody else, for the enemy. Okay. So we had the Weimar Republic. Politicians fucked up Germany completely. There was a hyperinflation. Taxes were high. Economy went to the doghouse. Okay. And the stupid politicians of the 20s and 30s did everything they could to completely destroy German society and the economy. And that is how Hitler came to be. He didn't just pop out of nowhere. You know, the soil has to be prepared for somebody to emerge like Hitler, like Mussolini, like Franco. Okay? He's basically a consequence of wrong policies over a long period of time where the German people are just fed up and are angry. And then somebody comes along who's basically the conduit for those emotions. The conductor of the orchestra of discontent, and maybe even hate. Okay. And what do we have in Germany right now? Over the last 10 years, the economy didn't grow. Energy prices are high, inflation is high, unemployment is increasing. Politicians are retarded and doing everything they can to basically destroy Germany as it is. Open borders, illegal immigration, legal immigration, full of Muslims. Okay, and 60-70% of them are not working at all and just draining, Social Security and unemployment benefits. They're not adding anything to society but trouble. And yesterday, we had something special occur. This Saudi Arabian individual decided to ruin Christmas for all of Germany by running his car into the Magdeburg Christmas festival square. Let's look at this. It's horrible. This was not an accident. This was intentional by somebody who was given asylum by Germany, by the German people, who received tax benefits, transfer payments, who was given the opportunity to restart his life again in a Christian nation. And look what the Germans are getting in return for that. Jesus Christ says, if you slap my left cheek, I'll give you my right. I don't think. And now, why did the Crusades begin 1,000 years ago? Why did Christianity go to war with Islam against the Muslims? It's becoming awfully evident. This is almost an existential fight now. Because those immigrants, those people whom the Germans have opened the door to, are now working against the Germans. And just for your information, I grew up in Germany. I love Germany. I have a German citizenship. And I can fully sympathize, and I feel what the Germans are feeling, be feeling right now. And it can't be at a worse time because these Christmas markets, Weihnachtsmarkt, are magical. And you go there with your children, with the grandparents. You have a good time. You drink hot wine. You have some pretzels. You play some games. You buy sweets. You buy candied apples. And you just immerse yourself in the spirit of Christmas and presents, and it's just a magical time. Not anymore. That's the most dangerous time now. And because of whom? Because of people like this. Imagine radical Christians doing this in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, in Syria, or even in Israel. Wouldn't go. They would get kicked out. There would be SWAT teams. There would be police. It would be, nipped in the bud. Okay, another Christmas market. What are they chanting? in a Christian country, they're infiltrating, they're occupying, and they're demonstrating that Allah Akbar. Okay? Look at this map. Terrorist attacks in Europe. You see, Poland has 0. Because Poland doesn't open its borders to these people. Germany does. The UK does. France does. Denmark, Sweden does. Okay? Sweden, rape has gone up by almost 1,000%. Germany, Christmas is now the most dangerous time. Yeah? And look at what mainstream media has written about this incident. Car drives into idyllic a Germany Christmas market in... car drives into crowd. Okay? Multiple reported dead after car... So a car has agency now. Probably Tesla full drive, I guess. A car drove into the... No. Somebody from Saudi Arabia, an illegal immigrant who was granted German citizenship, was welcomed into the nation of Germany, harmed over 50 people, probably killed over 10, and conducted a terrorist attack that welcomed him. That's the right headline. And if I was a German citizen and I see this shit, I'll be radicalized. Look at Deutsche Welle. This is German news. Car driven into crowded Magdeburg Christmas market. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? And let's see what the leaders from Saudi Arabia have said. 8 years ago. 8 years ago.
And let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
I have translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right.
Nice British accent.
There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of the lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do.
Arrogance and ignorance.
I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
Yeah. So what he's saying is we know our people. Yeah? You don't know our people. We have so much to learn from us. And you welcomed all these people in, but you don't know what you're dealing with. But we know. We know what's coming for you. These people are different. You know? These people who cannot exist in our own nation. You don't know. You're bringing the wolves into the flock of sheep. Oh, it doesn't stop here. This dude, this murderer and terrorist, okay, let's be frank, was accused of rape in Saudi Arabia and fled the country, was given asylum in Germany and was given citizenship, and Saudi Arabia told German authorities, we want him back because he's a criminal. Germany, no. We understand him better. We have given him asylum. We turn the other cheek. Yeah. And the BBC also did an interview with this guy.
Hi, my name is Talib. I'm from Saudi Arabia. I'm an activist.
Also a terrorist.
I created a website to help people seeking asylum.
I'm building bridges for uneducated radical people to come into this nation.
Especially from Saudi Arabia and the Gulf region.
Yeah. It doesn't stop there. So somebody has tried to notify about this dude to the German authorities, the BK, Bundeskriminalamt. Yeah? Very early, he's going to kill random citizens. Something. Says he's living in Bernburg City in Magdeburg. Okay, his name is Abdul Mohsen Talib Jawad. Okay? And he's saying on Twitter that he might kill 20 German people and don't blame me if I do. Okay? This person tried not once, but twice. Now with the chat, saying the same thing. I'm trying my best to help you guys out. This guy might kill people. This is his Twitter profile. He said, I might kill 20 German people. Don't blame me for it. What did the German authorities do? Nothing. Yeah? And here's another example. A woman convicted of offending migrant gangs, gang rapists. Okay, so she's offending people who are actual rapists. And she's receiving a longer prison sentence than the actual rapists. So there's systemically something wrong in Germany. There's something that is working actively against the interests and the safety and the well-being of the German people. Here's just another point I would like to make about Nigeria. Nigeria is a split country in terms of religion. Okay? The north is Muslim, the south is Christian. And look at the literacy rates. So which part is less literate, less educated? Oh, and these people don't read books, have no concept of history, have no moral training, don't know anything about philosophy, and yeah. Bring them in. You're welcome. Oh, you want citizenship? Cool. Give you that too. I'll let you drive a car as well.
Christmas is the most dangerous time in Germany right now. What happens if you let your Christian country be overrun by a bunch of illegal immigrants, and because you incentivize this crime, many of them have a background of Islamic fundamentalism, an imperialist agenda, and a lack of morals? The German government apparently just thought, let's fuck around and find out. And find out we do. Because now we have received new terror threats in Germany from ISIS. Because
ISIS
the German
is
government
threatening
just made
Germany.
it too damn easy for them to infiltrate these immigration flows.
Ein geheimes BKA-Papier belegt die Gefahr von islamistischen Anschlägen auf Weihnachtsmärkte. Dem Papier zufolge, das der Bild vorliegt, sei die Gefahr von Anschlägen anhaltend abstrakt hoch. Konkrete Vorbereitungen zu Anschlägen auf Weihnachtsmärkte seien dem BKA aber nicht bekannt. Allerdings gebe es Aufrufe des Islamischen Staates zu solchen Taten. Im Dezember 2016 raste ein islamistischer Attentäter mit einem LKW in den Weihnachtsmarkt am Berliner Breitscheidplatz und tötete 13 Menschen.
Nancy Faeser, our Interior Minister, warns the people, be careful at the Christmas markets. But to make you feel a little more comfortable and to pretend.
The Minister of the Interior doesn't deport, doesn't investigate, doesn't arrest, but says to its German people to be more careful at the Christmas markets. Make it make sense.
Like we care about you. We have imposed knife bans, and we made it harder for large vehicles to...
Well, they turned the roads to Super Mario Kart so that terrorists cannot drive straight into the markets. Make it make sense.
To approach the Christmas market, particularly the one in Berlin, because in 2016, an Islamic terrorist actually drove into the Berlin Christmas market and killed 12 people. Nancy Faeser, however, ironically, the Interior Minister, is known as the hate crime censorship queen because she prosecutes citizens, has banned alternative media for migration criticism, and just recently when
Why? Because they would admit that everything they did over the last 10 years was wrong. And have you ever met a politician who said, I fucked it up, I'm sorry. Let's undo everything I did. Said no politician ever. I will keep on doing this. And what's the end result?
Bendels, the editor-in-chief of Deutschlandkurier, challenged her and posted a meme of her saying, I hate free speech. She immediately put him on trial to send him to jail if he refuses to pay enormous fines because he got charged with a hate crime. Isn't that hypocritically ironic? So now...
Germany needs a First Amendment. Right? Europe needs it. I think at the end of this, when the dust settles, when there's been civil war and the European Union has broken apart, I hope that Europe, first of all, the European Union should not exist anyway. And then let's say, I hope that these Christian countries return to their faith and adopt something similar to the United States of gun ownership maybe, but definitely freedom of speech and self-expression.
Let me just ask you one question. Whom should I be careful around at the Christmas markets? Is it white German men wearing Jack Wolfskin jackets and holding gingerbread hearts in their hands? If I was to point out the actual demographic that we should probably be a little bit more cautious around during this time at the Christmas markets, then I might have to expect to have my family's home raided. This is not a joke.
It's not a joke, but the politicians treat it like it is. And this young lady, yeah, probably she will face prison very soon. I mean, hopefully not, but there is a wind of change coming up. And the AfD will win the next election, for sure. Olaf Scholz is already history, finally. Let's see what the leader of the AfD is saying. And they're being branded and chastised as Nazis, okay? Ideologically close to Hitler. Let's see if they're right.
Die Grenzen müssen geschlossen werden.
The borders have to be closed.
Illegale Migranten müssen ohne Ausnahme abgewiesen werden.
Without exemption, the illegal immigrants have to leave our nation.
Wer sich unberechtigt hier aufhält, muss abgeschoben werden.
Illegal immigrants, no pardon, no nothing, no discussion. They have to be gone.
Kriminelle, Terroristen und Sozialbetrüger, die missbräuchlich eingebürgert wurden, müssen den deutschen Pass.
Yeah, criminals, terrorists, people who are just abusing our social safety net and who have received German citizenship, yeah, let's revoke their passports.
Wieder abgeben, liebe Freunde. Das und nur das verstehen wir unter Remigration.
Now tell me, what does it sound like? Does it sound like Hitler? No, it doesn't. However, Germany and the established parties will now do some shenanigans, try to outlaw the AfD, basically give the German people no conduit to get their legal changes be heard, be turned into laws. They will not give the German people the permission to change society as they see fit. They won't allow Germany to return to what it was in 2000 or 1996. And whoever is against that, turning back time to borders, to safety, to reasonable energy policy, to highly selective immigration policy, through which my mom went through, for example. Yeah, she had to be highly educated, and she was. That's why she was granted legal migrant status in Germany. And eventually, because she paid a lot of taxes, and we learned German, and we know the history, and we passed the test, we were granted citizenship. Not these guys. However, the German political establishment will do everything in its power to not let this woman and her party go into power, and this will set the stage for the next radical politician. And then the people will not be stopped. Their wishes will be granted. And let's hope history doesn't repeat, and instead we get somebody, like her.